This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Sorcerer King Rivals, a new 4X grand strategy game where heroes of might and magic and Age of Wonders meet civilizations. Build your cities, gather your armies, and grow your magic to stop the evil Sorcerer King.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Take it away, Icon Hawk.
I certainly will, Machine, because we are casting the 0 hours, something I enjoy doing. It's an enjoyable pastime. Just left an Aussie barbecue in the sun to come cast video games. First barbecue of the new year, in fact, so which is nice. So always a good thing.
Yeah. So, Dominator made a cool video about this. Why you should always build a fake barracks. Do you know why?
There are so many reasons why, but I feel like you want to enthrall me with why. I do know, but I feel like you want to enthrall me with why.
I do. The reason why is the barracks actually takes the same amount of time, if not longer, to build when you go fake barracks into real barracks, but it means the worker is freed up a couple of seconds earlier. So it means that this tunnel will come down quite a few seconds earlier. So it's definitely worth doing. Always with the fake barracks, turn it into a real barracks, and then send your worker out with a tunnel ASAP.
The more you know.
Also, speaking of people that make YouTube videos about 0 hour, Boycah is a person that makes YouTube videos about 0 hour, and he sent me some videos for the Swag Points nomination form. He has like a 3-minute Tech Terror compilation. I think I actually linked you that, didn't I? There's a Tech Terror montage that Boycah made.
When do you link it to me?
Like a week ago.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think I watched it. I'll have
Okay.
to watch it, so maybe you didn't link it to me.
Some clips were like, yeah, okay, fair enough. And then other clips were like, that's fucking cool.
Did you link it to your side bitch and or like no? Yeah.
Oh,
And
he's
not
my
to me,
side
you're-
bitch,
you're-
Tenchi.
You're some, yeah, Tenchi, yeah. That is who I was referring to. So now you're in some serious trouble.
Right.
So,
Uh-oh.
yeah, because maybe you didn't actually message it to
Like,
me
can we talk about this
first, so-
after the recording?
Look, I
we're gonna be
mean-
professional now because we're in game.
I don't think I can do that, Machine, so you've let me down.
People just don't understand how volatile our personal private lives are outside of the videos. Nah, just kidding. You'll be right, mate.
Should be right.
Yeah, you'll be right.
Yeah, should be right. And this oil should be right for Boycah. Now the Gatling tank has arrived to force off the technical. We should be able to get that red guard out and capping. I like the mines. I always love this supply placement on TD.
So this is clever for Boycah because he's building an airfield here, and that means that his supply is incredibly vulnerable. So by having the mines, having the bunker as well, it means that Fact can't really punish this. That being said, Fact has scouted out the airfield, and actually he tech terrored the factory as well. Look at all the dots on the minimap. Fact has gone absolutely ham.
Yeah, he's going crazy. This is a nutso early game from him. Yeah, full tunnel control in addition to going for a tech terror and a tech RPG at the same time. That is active.
I actually have no idea who Fact is. I'm assuming he's a Smurf. He's probably one of those like top 5-10 players, but I don't know who he is. So
He's spinning up Gatling tanks. That's a tick
well,
in the
he
profile.
was firing at a worker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish we could fact check who Fact is, but unfortunately, not the case. And so what does Boycah do? Probably just goes MiGs at this stage. It's generally not even worth going a Helix when your opponent scouts it out.
Yeah.
And has tunnels, so the mobility isn't really a factor. But when there's already 4 quads, you just leave it. It may just be worth just leaving it as it is.
This is an almost perfect 3 minutes 30 of video game so far, Machine, from Fact. Goes for a tech terror on the factory, a tech RPG, now he's going for quad RPG harassment to already take out the oil that he scouted. I mean, and a forward tunnel network as well, like, come on.
The forward tunnel here as well, he can punish this one, he can just evac all his quads and his RPGs. Nice outpost and gap pressure. The outpost gap mix is stronger than the quad RPG mix, especially if there's too many quads relative to RPGs.
Shell's been cracked now though. So decent trade there for Boycah, wasn't terrible for sure.
Well, this is important that he actually killed this army, because if he didn't kill the army, then Fat could just relocate and punch this right supply. And Fact also, because he's GLA Toxin, he can spam, actually went for a Helix, he can spam Scorpions very easily. So having that Helix is very nice, because you don't want to deal with Scorpion spam against the GLA Toxin, which is outposts.
Certainly pretty likely to leave him stuck on quad RPG, which isn't a terrible thing, but it is a little bit limiting.
It was also really important, again, that he killed that army, because it meant that this Helix is now going to be doing something, where if Fact still had those 4 quads, the bunch of RPGs, the Helix wouldn't be able to push out. Even now, it's still going to be an absolute struggle to push this one back. There's garrisons everywhere, there's tunnels all over the place for quad pops, middle supplies being built by Fact, and an oil cap as well. So Boycah a little bit cornered in his base, but he's going for his propaganda center.
Probably not a bad option, given Fact isn't going aggressive here. As you say, Machine, Boycah's not really in a position where he can push out, so he might as well go for some tech option. It's going to give him some small advantage in this matchup. Dragon tanks are nice. It certainly is a nice way to push out these middle. You are completely reliant on the garrisons, and pushing firewalls forward can certainly work out. And even gets the evac.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I'm not sure who this is, but the Fact is next level.
Maybe he's like an advanced artificial intelligence developed by Google just to play 0 Hour. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, Tech Terror, the War Factory. He's going to clean up some of these RPGs. Actually has the scrap, so he may be able to take down this dozer.
Out the dozer as well.
It's only level 1 scrap, so it will take a while. He can probably just drive away here. Helix on its way. Another Helix as well.
So, cleaned up 4 tank hunters for his trouble there as well. Hitting Veteran C3.
Yeah, that's very effective.
Cost efficient and a half here, Machine. Quad's cleaning up dragon tanks. This is near on perfect GLA play. This is crazy. It just...
Oh, yeah. You're probably wondering why it says that. I think it's because I kind of broke my install, and it says a lot of, like, a Rise of the Reds things.
Okay.
I just wanted to know what China he was. I'm assuming it's vanilla?
Yes, I believe so. I believe it is vanilla. Middle supply is getting mined out here. Additional tunnel network is going to be added on a Stinger side as well, to deny the Helix pressure coming in. And it's a really good position on the Stinger side because they're behind a tunnel network. Helixes want to get on top of kind of tunnels and do damage that way. By putting the Stinger side behind it, you're never really in a position where Helixes can attack that Stinger side, because doing so makes them vulnerable to the tunnel for quad pops and RPG pops as well. So the combination of the tunnel network and the Stinger side is really devastating for GLA, using them in conjunction with each other.
Oh, Dishonor.
Damn. Okay, right. So perfect game up until 7 minutes 30, and then loses
Hit the
to
Dishonor
RPGs.
button, Blake.
Yeah.
Dishonor.
Dishonor.
We don't have Dishonor button.
Yeah,
Not yet.
yeah.
Not yet. Okay.
Tank going down. Inferno cannons. Cool.
Yes, here we go. That's exactly what Boycah wants. Given that he is the China vanilla, he will have cheap Inferno cannons. We'll have the Blake Napalm on the way, I'm going to assume, which will work if he decides to go for MiGs as well.
What do we see here in the base of Fact? Anything interesting, Machine? Should be around...
Double Arms Dealer.
Double Arms Dealer, so that's what it is. And a Palace on the way as well. So yeah, Double Arms Dealer has been up for a little while now. That Palace just completing as well. Now the third supply is nice and secure.
Yeah. Fact, he just wants to spam Scorpions. He's like, please, Boycah, just let me spam Toxin Scorpions. So, Boycah, if he actually gets a propaganda tower, he can firestorm off with 2 Inferno cannons.
Increases that fire rate.
Yep.
However, the 3's currently working out, and as you see, they are incredibly effective at taking out.
He has the prop from the Helix, of course. Yeah. I don't know if that requires the subliminal messaging, because I think the tooltip's quite misleading, because subliminal messaging, I think it may only just give you healing, but it says that it like increases the efficiency of the bonus, but I don't think it actually does. It just gives healing. Anyway, a lot of quads here, and there's mainly Helixes, so this quad's army is pretty scary. The quads are actually advancing as well.
Going to be trying to snipe down, really in particular, these Inferno cannons. Going to stop any more pressure onto the middle. Helix is taking a bit of damage here as well from the RPGs inside of here, but of course, there are no quads inside of these tunnel networks, so this is the time that Boycah decides to push out, because he knows all the quads are inside of his base. The Helixes, they can't deal with it. What he can do is launch a counter-attack, and that's exactly what we see here.
Yeah, this reminds me of when we used to play StarCraft 2 Arclight mode, and it's like, Blake, I'm doing heaps of damage. Blake, I'm messing them up, and you're like, bro, there's like 20 quads in our base. Like, no, that's fine, I'm killing their base. It's like Boycah's. Oh wow, here we go. Arty Strike, or rather, the Mine Drop and the Carpet Bomb, pretty effective. ECM outpost as well for defense, so maybe able to hold this one.
certainly a possibility, and the Helixes have already taken out the arms dealers machine. That is the quad production absolutely gone here for fact, and it's not a go-to, is it? You see all these quads into your base, and you think, I need to respond to that, but no, that isn't what Boycah does. He plays it smart. He goes for the counter aggression and snipes down 2 arms dealers. Huge damage here.
Oh, the radar goes down. Fat's gonna have to GG now. He's on tilt. I mean, when I lose my radar van, I'm just like, nah, I'm done. I can't play anymore, man. My radar's down. And still, that being said, Fact has the middle. Both the supplies are defended well by the Stinger sites and the Toxin. We actually has the Toxin, whatever it's called, Gamma, Alpha, Beta. Toxin Gamma, I think. Yeah. Gives him better tracking on his RPGs, which will make his Stinger sites do better than his RPGs. Ooh.
One of the Helixes almost goes down here, machine.
You need to get that one alive.
The Tornado Cav are going to be sniped, and I believe there are no RPGs inside of the palace, though I'm not sure if the Helixes quite got close enough to trigger them, but I'm pretty sure there were no RPGs at the time.
I wonder if it's worth...
What? Double cancel, nice. Good play from Fact.
Even if there are RPGs inside of the palace, is it worth just evacing both of his bunker elixirs and just fighting it head on? The only problem with that is if your Jarman shows up, he may lose quite a lot.
Where did that RD strike actually hit? If we just quickly look over Fact's top base. Yeah. Scroll down a bit. Okay, right. It was there, so onto the...
It looks like I'm a detective, but I sense an RD strike.
I believe you may be correct, sir. Black Market Production starting up as well. We'll be providing some economy.
Yeah, this could be
Buggies, though.
This could be a long game, but Boycah's definitely on edge. There's good map control for Fact. He has the right side, he has the left, he has the top left. It should be pretty easy for Fact to keep throwing harassment at Boycah's base and really keep these helixes pinned.
Yeah.
They haven't returned home just yet, so they haven't exactly been deprived of their harassment. This is a beautiful dragon tank.
Yeah, really nice dragon tank. Sneaks in, destroys the supply of the workers, but it also gives the helixes the chance to escape and return home. They were previously cut off by the RPGs inside the garrisons, was kind of hard for them to deal with it. And helixes actually take this fight. There are only 3 quads. Those buggies are caught way out of position.
Yeah, they're so vulnerable. The tunnel's gonna get destroyed as well. That's very important now. It opens up Boycah for a lot of breathing room. And that supply's been exhausted. This one still has quite a fair bit to go. I don't see any hackers. There's no prop center either.
No. It was actually destroyed by one of the quad's earlier machine. It's actually going to be going for a forward supply. Clearly, Boycah needs the cash. Not really enough to invest in the propaganda center in addition to those hackers without adding on some more mining trucks. Still the right-hand supply held by Fact. A couple of nice key garrisons as well as that Stinger site and the tunnel network as well. And a lot of workers as well. So those middle supplies are being cleaned out with some speed.
Yeah, Boycah's getting a little bit desperate here for cash. He's going to try and get the middle supplies. Well, with a lot of quads here, these helixes have to be very careful. So far, Boycah's helix micro has been pretty damn good. That's a nice carpet bomb. A lot of workers go down, a lot of quads as well.
Yeah, 2 quads, all of the workers mining out those middle supplies. That's going to give a little bit more freedom to Boycah's supply trucks on this left-hand side. Try and pay off the supply, and we see here Boycah has been quite annoyed with these middle garrisons, having trouble pushing past them, especially just with the helixes. Starting to clean them up now in addition to that supply.
Yeah, that was a great mine drop too, prevents him from popping from this tunnel. So it allows the helixes to come back in if they need to, without having to worry about the insta-pop.
We'd like to see a reposition from this dragon tank, finish off the supply in those tunnel networks as well. And importantly, all 3 of these helixes are still alive, which is limiting the composition that Fact can go for, as we discussed earlier. Makes buggies harder. We see the scorpions harder as well. Fact's going to have to change up his game plan. At the moment, there really aren't enough supplies on the right-hand side to warrant Fact going for an investment there. Really only a couple of them left, and yeah.
Well, actually, look at that. It's about 8,000.
Combined. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, like 7,000.
7,000, yeah. It's suppose it's worth it, but then it's just, you know, how long could you actually keep the supply up for? But
Yeah.
We'll see. I was just thinking you'd
For the
probably
risk
go for
of
the
it.
ones on the left-hand side. Yeah, for the risk in terms of reward, go for the ones on the left-hand side where there are considerably more of them. Seems like the more
Oh yeah, like, look at
intelligent
this.
choice. So
Even here as well. What do you think's actually in these crates?
dollar bills.
It's dollar bills.
It's dollar bills, man. Dollar bills. What do the GLA really want? Hey, for incentive, I'm guessing it's workers' shoes, but at least one of the crates has workers' shoes.
4 helixes. There's a lot of quads though. I say a lot, but it's only 3, but fantastic arty strike.
Oh, hail! That is the Hail Mary of Artie Strike's machine. Perfectly timed there by Boycah. Those things are hard to pull off. As a GG from Fact, despite an amazing early game, Boycah pulls off some crazy counterattacks. Man, that Artie Strike was on point. Those things are so hard to pull off. Artie Strikes in particular, so hard to time with helix pushes, and you have to predict when your opponent's going to pop as well.
Yeah, I guess with the arty strike, you at least have the icons on the minimap, which will help you time it.
Yeah.
And the fact that your opponent can't see them. I think with timing like that, Boycah should definitely play some DDR. He should bust that out, show us his moves, because that timing was fantastic. Yeah, very nice game. I definitely want to know who Fact was. Please let me know in the comments if you know who Fact was, because yeah, that was a beautiful GLA game, but where did it all go wrong?
It was just an over-investment into that push. So he had too many quads there. He didn't need that many quads. He ended up losing to the carpet bomb, but there was nothing in Boycah's composition that could deal with 10 quads, but there were like 18 quads there.
Right.
So it's just like if he just had 4 quads inside of a tunnel network at home, the helixes come in, they try and kill 2 arms dealers, 4 quads pop out, and the helixes go, oh, and they can't take that engagement. So
yeah, that's a good point.
That gives more time for the arms dealers to produce, but he literally had 0 quads, 0 RPGs inside of those tunnel networks when he went for the attack, which meant there was nothing defending his double arms dealers. So that was just intelligent thinking by Boycah. It's not something that is natural when you're getting attacked to just commit everything to a counterattack, and that's exactly what Boycah did. He just goes, okay, you're attacking me, but I can take out both of your arm sealers here.
Yeah, because you just can't attack that many quads head up with the helixes, and it was important that Boycah took out the tunnels first, because it meant that after a certain point he just couldn't retreat his quads because there was no tunnels left. But yeah, splitting up his army may have worked a bit better, but the fact was probably assuming that Boycah was gonna defend.
Yeah,
so he was like, I want all my quads together,
exactly,
so that I don't lose to 4 helixes.
Yeah.
But Boycah, he man-moded it. He went for the kill, and he got his kill. So that's going to wrap us up for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this cast, and if you did, then maybe consider a backing on a Patreon to thank us for our efforts.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.